I've been using the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE now for about 2 months. I've been able to go outside and actually take pictures with it without fear of being arrested or sent to jail here in Hanoi for about 2 weeks, which is enough time for me to give you guys my real world camera review. We're gonna break this up into daytime photos, nighttime photos, video performance, and then Gcam. And I'll have chapters for you guys if you guys wanna skip around. My name is Mitchell. I'm fluent in tech, so you don't need to be. And let me know about the most impressive camera smartphone you've ever gotten to try, whether it be your phone that you own or trying a friend's phone. So first up, daytime performance with the S20 FE has been really solid. Having the 3 different focal lengths for ultra wide, wide, and then telephoto is something that I haven't had the chance of using since the Xiaomi Mi 9 and the K20 Pro. And it's something that I really enjoy. Honestly, forget the bullshit macro cameras that companies are putting on devices nowadays. I love me a good telephoto lens, and I find that for street photography, it's been great. Coupled with optical image stabilization on 2 of the 3 cameras, the S20 FE has been super impressive. Now, a big part of why I really like using the camera actually has very little to do with the hardware, because the hardware isn't that impressive. It really has to do with the software, the scene recognition, the way it boosts colors, the auto HDR, depending upon how much the device is moving. It all makes capturing good pictures really simple to do. Now, the telephoto camera and the ultra-wide camera aren't as capable as the regular camera, which is to be expected. But with Gcam, turn on computer. But with Gcam, I have been impressed with them, and more about Gcam later. One thing that is for certain though, is that the matching between the colors in most daylight conditions has been great. Along with that, the camera's ability to snap HDR photos quickly so that I don't have a blurry daytime HDR photo, which I've had with other devices I've used, is really confidence inspiring. In fact, the best way that I would
moments later.
In fact, the best way that I would summarize the camera performance of the S20 FE during the day has been consistent and really, really easy to use. That's it. Responsive, consistent, easy to use, reliable, not at the top tier in regards to camera performance, not as good of a performer as the Xiaomi Mi 10 with Gcam, but a better performer than the Xiaomi Mi 10 with Xiaomi's camera software. Okay, let's talk a little bit about video. It's awesome. It's fantastic. It's the best phone I've used for capturing video up to this point. It's consistent, the color accuracy is great, being able to switch in between cameras while recording. Oh, it's just, I wish I could have done this with all of the phones I've been using up to this date. Honestly, the image stabilization with the ultra wide is great. The super steady mode on the regular camera, which combines a crop, advanced EIS and OIS, is fantastic. And even the telephoto camera with its optical image stabilization at 4K 30 combined with EIS means that I can get totally usable, stable, handheld video shots, which, oh my God, if you're a YouTuber, if you're a content creator, it's a no-brainer. If you're someone that wants to create video, just get a Samsung. It's not even comparable. And a lot of that comes down to the software, especially in the Pro mode, being able to switch the audio sources, USB audio, Bluetooth audio. It makes my Bluetooth headphones reviews so much easier. Truly wireless headphones that you can get a decent and serviceable pair of headphones. On top of that, being able to switch from the wired mic and just having gain controls, it honestly is just better software to make video capturing easy. And then on top of that, we have 4K 30 HDR video that looks beautiful. At the price point, I don't know what else can touch it, especially if you can get one used. but that's another subject. Let's talk about low light, and we're going to talk about night mode, which is going to then take us into talking about Gcam. Low light on the device is okay. The night mode that Samsung has is pretty good. That said, being able to use the night mode with all of the cameras on Samsung devices, Xiaomi, I would like to be able to use night mode with the ultra wide camera. No, I don't want to use Gcam. Did you hear me? Okay, yeah, that's great. It's nice, and it means that for someone that doesn't want to fuck around with Gcam, you can get a good night shot. You can take pictures of the moon because the telephoto camera supports night mode, and it feels like something that I've been missing out on forever, which is great. That said, the night mode for Samsung isn't as good as when you load Gcam on it, and that's to be expected. Now, Gcam on this device has been okay because I have a Snapdragon version, not an Exynos version. There's less development that goes on for the Snapdragon devices. Video on it is kind of broken, which is disappointing, but really the place that I see Gcam shining over the stock camera is if you're shooting in an ultra high contrast environment with the ultra wide or the telephoto. But that's kind of to be expected using Google's advanced computational photography combined with the worse camera hardware. We already know that that's what Google Gcam does. It takes okay camera hardware and makes it a lot better. That said, Gcam on the main camera hasn't been as surprising as I thought. In fact, Gcam is maybe a little bit different, but I don't know if I can say that Gcam for the regular camera has been better. This is the first device I've used in a while where I feel really confident using the stock camera app to snap a picture, like the double tap the button to like open up. Like, this is the first time I felt confident using the stock camera app in the majority of conditions to capture a moment, which says a lot, but I've been using Xiaomi devices for a while. And that's kind of it. Like, I think that this device is not a flagship killer. The camera on it is not top tier, but as a cohesive package, I think it's going to be better and more impressive for most people than a Xiaomi Mi 11 or even a Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro. And it makes me really excited for the S21 FE. But what do you guys think? Do you think that the camera is the most important part of a phone? I have a video coming up about that. Subscribe. Peace.